Hey folks, hey folks, hey folks. Thank you for joining us here on this Thursday night. Sorry that it was just a tad bit late there. We had a few technical glitches. We had to get the new intro for Sacramento Community Watch in there. Uh, Something about air pressure. I'm not quite 100% sure on that one. uh, but
What's up,
hey,
people? What's up, everybody?
hey, Chief, how's it going?
I'm doing awesome, bro. How are you doing?
Man, it's been a long time since we've done this, but we're
Yeah.
gonna make more use of this. We're gonna do some things. I kind of got a good thing I want to do with the ADHD auditor. I on my ADHD auditor channel here. I figure, you know how you kind of tasked me that you want a miniature version of the qualified immunity buster that I made. So
Yeah.
more like into a pamphlet style. So I figure on days that I want to work on that, I'll just go ahead and do a stream of consciousness live stream, you know, and start building that. Hey Tazzy, how's it going? Thank you for joining
Crazy,
us
welcome
today.
in.
Just
Thank
you
you for
know,
joining us.
kind of go through the building of how that goes and everything like that. But anyways, we've got to do some shout outs here. First of all, to Xander the Educator and uh, over at his channel. Link is in the description. Also to Chance over at Cop Watch Task Force, part of the Sacramento Community Watch Network, folks. I'm going to just rearrange some of my windows here, folks. Give me just a second here. So it looks like I'm looking at you rather than my TV. Uh, so yeah,
Yeah,
that
I've been
looks a
there
lot
before
better.
too. So yeah.
So yeah, we got some things going on here. So want to ask you guys, folks, to please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and click the little bell next to it, and click on all of our channels, folks. We're part of the Sacramento Community Watch Network, folks. We're going to
Shout
try to
out to
do
my
some.
team.
Yeah, shout out to
Uh,
our team, even our watchmen who are behind the scenes and helping us out. If you want to be a watchman, you know, click on our channels, click on About Us, and get into contact with us. It's Sacramento Community Watch at gmail.com, Reno News Now at outlook.com. If you want to get in touch with us, if you've got any leads, want to work with you, anybody out there on things, always welcoming new people to the team. So let's see here. Do we have anything that we want to bring in the housekeeping portion of our live stream here?
Absolutely. We could start with court. I mean, you
Oh
want
yeah.
to?
I'm still waiting on the court audio from the first time. You know, we kind of got up there and got things going. Um, they're kind of playing games with us when I put in the request to get the extra court audio. But one of the things I kind of wanted to point out, let me actually get those pulled up here on my screen, is I did file a judicial complaint with the Nevada Commission on Judicial Discipline. And I was kind of and Sacramento or Chief England wanted me to kind of go over that with people as well before we got into some things. So let me go ahead and share my screen window here. And this is me filing the complaint because what happened was we went in front of Judge Draculich about, you know, wanting to get media access and to videotape the court proceedings to bring transparency. And whenever I gave my little speech about why I should be let in, he basically said, in legal terms, that this was the wrong venue. We needed to bump it up to the next court. I'm not going to pay money to file judicial complaints or file complaints up in court. This is something that, you know, whenever I file media requests, it's because there's already something going on in court. I'm not going to challenge it. I don't have the money to do so. If you wish to help us with these things, you're more than welcome to donate at our Cash Apps below. Anything helps. We got a legal defense fund on GoFundMe. You know, go check it out. All the links are in the description. Also, over on the Sacramento Community Watch channel, you can give us, join our chats there and give us super chats or super stickers. Most love it if you guys would help us do that as well. Every little bit helps. If you can't, hit the like button for us. So
Yeah, if you
with that
can't help,
saying,
it's all right. We ain't tripping. You
yeah,
know.
at least hit the subscribe button on all of our channels, folks. You know.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, after things kind of settled down and we had that status conference hearing that I went over on my channel over at Reno News Now, about what was going on, trying to get his transcripts written out. We wound up then we thought we were done with Judge Draculich. So I wound up then at this point filing this judicial complaint in late July. And I was saying that in December in a court motion, I suspected him of bias, prejudice, and harassment. So under the Nevada Superior Court Rules 2.3 of bias. And then this is just all the legal mumbo jumbo that they want you to agree to whenever you're submitting your complaint. And as you can see here, as I submitted it, and I sent this in an email, which I totally forgot I had, but they wanted me to print this out and mail it into them. So I said I was a witness, and I put in a request for media access to record on 1003. I was denied by Judge Shelley O'Neill because of the way I wrote my request as a First Amendment auditor. The way the order came back made it seem like the court wanted more info from me. I put in my request back into the lower court. By this time, Judge Draculich was assigned to the case. During the hearing on December the 4th, the public defender was working with me and the defendant to get media access because Chief England even wanted this recorded, right?
Absolutely. Transparency, boy. Yeah.
The judge, during the motion, during the motion, I was asked to come up and give my position to the court on why the decision was to be reversed because I was media. First Amendment auditors are media. Plain and simple. The judge denied my request again and stated I should have submitted the request to a higher court, which I was fine with. Perfectly fine with, folks. The comment he made afterwards was, I'm not going to let you defame the Reno police. And this is the court audio I'm trying to get a hold of, folks. I want you guys to listen to it because we need this in the court of public opinion, folks, because you're going to see here, I got all the information back from the judicial complaint people here. And I'm sharing it with you folks today. That comment there is what I was having an issue with. The case was not about media, and this case is about media and the right to record police. His words showed bias to the Reno Police Department and against me and the defendant. How is my video recording proceedings going to defame the Reno PD? How could he prevent me from defaming the Reno PD? His words left me scared and chilled my rights to speech while the defendant was in court. It did. You ask Chief England here, I confided in him that I was very hesitant to report on a lot of things that was happening in his court because I wanted to wait till we were out of court where he no longer had hands on Chief England.
Yep.
I didn't want what I said coming back up in court, and guess what? It did. It did. Did it not? Chief,
it did.
I mean,
it did.
Yes,
100%.
He thought Officer Sotelo was bald, rude, and disgusting. I said, I never said I called him bald, rude, and disgusting. That was Chief England who called him bald, rude, and disgusting.
That was me.
I just repeated what he said.
Yeah, and if he wasn't bald, rude, and disgusting, I wouldn't be able to call him that. So, shout out to Tyrant Anthony Sotelo with the Reno Police Department. We haven't seen him out there.
You're putting on your YouTube video.
There we go. Horrible. But can I say something? Can I just say something real quick about this court case? Or about the judge? Why would he even say something like he doesn't want you defaming Reno PD? I mean, Reno PD has no problem with making themselves look bad all on their own, like without our help,
Yeah, and we're just reporting
awkward.
What happens in our little corner of the woods here, or our little corner of the desert, I should say.
We record it and then we disseminate it to the public, and public opinion speaks, with our channels, and that's just the way that the cookie crumbles. And the best way to make sure that doesn't it doesn't look bad on behalf of our PD. You got to do better, get better training. Be professional, learn our rights out here in the streets while you're making traffic stops and arrests, stuff like that. So
right. And then the last bit I put on here is eventually I was a witness during the bench trial, and he may not have taken my word seriously. Because when I said I was a professional, as in a First Amendment auditor, to be quite honest, anybody in doing this can be a professional. You just, even there is really no amateurs. It's getting out there and doing it, and going through these YouTube videos and learning, and just going in and deep diving and making information for yourselves, and just getting out there and do it. That's how Long Island Audit got started. He just got out there and did it. And he kept a calm, professional attitude. And he's one of the top YouTubers in the First Amendment auditing community. And he started during COVID, folks. And that's what we want to be, is we want to be professional, but we're going to match energy for energy. We're going to be like Long Island Audit. We're going to be like Accountability for All. Shout out to those guys. So,
Tyrant the Terminator.
Tyrant
He's
Terminator,
funny, man. He's funny.
We want to do this, and we want to do this right, and we want to match energy for energy as well. So
definitely.
A few seconds.
We don't want to be rude or disrespectful to anybody, but I mean, if you come at us crooked, we're gonna have to straighten you out a little bit verbally, not physically, but verbally.
Yeah. And we have no intentions of interfering with anything. So if you just turn around and pay us no mind, you're just going to be fine with us, and, usually if you don't talk to us, we don't talk to you. But, and this is one thing that I've noticed, and I reached out to you, and I shared this with you through text. That 10 questions before they 10-8. Did you see that one that I sent you?
I don't think so.
No. Okay,
I don't know. I don't think so.
Police department who just got into social media way too much and just overdid things. And it's like they came up with this thing is like 10 questions before you go 10-8 for the night. So maybe we should start incorporating that and, start asking these guys before they buckle and bounce. It's like, hey, do you got a moment to answer 10 questions every cop should know before you 10-8?
Yeah. And what's so funny? I was just thinking about it,
And the first 5 questions are what's the first 5 amendments of the Constitution.
So,
if you can name that, you're halfway done.
It's funny you say that because I was thinking to myself, like, a lot of these police officers out here, they're just going to learn the list of the 5 elements. Oh, freedom of speech, press, religion, right to assemble and petition. But what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to actually start asking them, how do they look at each one and have them break it down?
How does that work with your job? How does that interact with your job for such as freedom of press?
Exactly. I'm going to start asking that so that they just don't memorize the list, the 5 elements. I'm going to, make it a little bit more, sketchy for them so they can, learn something if they don't know it. Shout out to Reno PD. We know you guys are watching. And Sac PD, of course.
And shout out to the Washoe County Sheriff's Office. We know we got a few followers out there.
Sure thing.
Anyways, guys, I want to go ahead and share something with you here. Now, the next thing you're going to see on your screen, you're going to see a confidential stamp on it. Now, I want to let you know that usually with government information, whenever they give it back to the person who's sent to, which is me, yes, it's going to remain confidential between me and the judicial board. However, because I'm press, I get the benefit of turning it over. Anybody who gives confidential information to a member of the public is no longer confidential anymore, and they can turn it over to the press. So I'm just giving you guys a shout out on that, just so that way you guys don't go, oh my God, you're sharing confidential information. You shouldn't be doing that. So here we go. So back on October 30th, oh, no, oops, I'm at the bottom here. Let me scroll back up here, right? Matt tends to remember where you left off on things, and I was going through and redacting this, folks. So, okay, so on July 31st, they sent a letter to me that says your complaint was received on the Judicial Commission and assigned above reference case number. Apparently, I was 160th for the year if you go by the way that they're referencing their case numbers here.
Oh, Lord.
I wonder, maybe that's what we need to do is do a public information request on this and see out of these 160 that they received so far, how many were sustained?
Right. 2.
What's the ratio? Because if there's got to be some ratio, that's acceptable. You just can't dismiss every single one and have 100% dismissals on these. Anyways. The commission staff will obtain relevant court documents, briefs, and recordings related to your complaint as warranted and submit them along with your complaint to the commission for its consideration at its subsequent scheduled meeting. The commission reviews each complaint in accordance with procedural rules to determine whether the blah, 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 blah. So it's basically just a lot of fluff in here, folks, letting me know that, I may or may not get a letter after this. They may or may not take this up. They just may sweep everything under the rug. There's nothing that they're going to do about it. The commission will contact you if it requires further information. I mean, feel free to pause and read this at your own leisure, folks, but I'm not going to go through every little NRS on here and go through it.
It's typical. It's typical behavior of our government officials. Every single time it seems like they try to hide. They want to, suppress information. They want to hide. They want to, they don't want nobody to know. They don't want information to leak. They don't, and it's all because of these bad employees that we hire.
And they mark it confidential on this, and there's no confidential information on this except for my pie, which I accidentally forgot to redact from the top of this page here. So you got my first and last name if you look through it.
What happened to transparency and accountability amongst our government? Everything is a joke. The Constitution's a joke to them, as you guys are going to see in our videos here that we're going to put up here in a few minutes. It's very important to record the police. Very important.
And we're not getting paid for this or anything but like that. Our fellow auditors over at Long Island Audit and Lackluster have created Attorney Shield. Go out there and download it. It's in the app stores, Google Play and Apple App Stores.
Shout out to them for that.
Shout out to them for that. It's 24/7 lawyer at your fingertips, folks. If you get pulled over, you launch Attorney Shield. You hit the emergency button. It starts recording you and it gets you in touch with a lawyer within seconds. I think the most somebody's had to wait, I've heard on it, is 30 seconds. Or a minute. It depends. Sometimes there's cell signal, but it records everything and backs it up to the cloud. So there's no way that those dirty little pigs of law enforcement officers, mind you, I have a clear distinction between law enforcement officer, cop, and a pig. And pigs delete videos. Okay. Mm-hmm. So when a pig goes,
or pause him or stop him,
as soon as a law enforcement officer touches your camera and does anything with it other than sets it down,
major violation.
They are a pig
and a violation
of a constitution. Oath breaker. We
don't need them people around, y'all.
So again, I'm good. A confidential letter on October 30th, again regarding my case number. Dear Reno News Now, excuse me here. Had a burp there, folks. Sorry. The Nevada Judicial Discipline Commission, or the Commission, met on October 11th and decided to dismiss your complaint pursuant to Nevada applicable law. As discussed in further detail in the Commission's acknowledgement of receipt letter previously sent to you upon receipt of your complaint, the Commission reviews each complaint in accordance with procedural rules to determine whether the Nevada law, the required degree of evidence exists to establish that a judge committed misconduct or is incapacitated. The Commission dismisses a complaint with or without a letter of caution if the Commission determines the complaint does not contain such evidence as stated in these NRSs that I probably waved off in my previous letter. While this matter has reached its final deposition and is now closed, the Commission thanks you for bringing this to our attention. Yours truly.
Yeah, whatever. They didn't even read it. Oh, we thank you for bringing this up to our. Yeah, do you? Do you really? That's a damn lie.
I'm sorry. If you're going to tell somebody, I will not let you defame the police, you are basically you're chilling free speech from the bench.
And look at the name down at the bottom, Nevada Commission on Judicial Discipline. You guys don't discipline anything. You don't review anything. You don't investigate anything. You do investigate, actually, and you found no wrongdoing. Just like every single fucking thing. Everything. That's why we can't trust our government, folks. No.
Keep firing, assholes.
Right. It's freaking crazy. They want us to trust police officers out here.
Asshole, sir.
Yeah.
I know
They
that.
want us to.
What's his name?
That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole.
And his cousin?
He's an asshole too, sir. Gun is made first class Philip asshole.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Hundred thousands of
I
them.
knew it. I'm
Man.
surrounded by assholes. Keep firing, assholes!
Sorry, I had to put the stinger in there, folks.
Yeah, we got to use our stingers out here. Seriously.
I got to come over one day and get you set up with Stream Deck.
Yeah, you leaving me dry and hanging loose with it, boy. Dang.
I need to get you set up
Messed
with
up.
Stream Deck.
Okay.
So I got it on my phone. I pay for that too. So yeah, I got to start doing more of these, folks. I pay for out of my pocket StreamYard. I pay out of my pocket for Stream Deck, and to try to do this. I just got this fancy microphone now here too. So yeah, you're gonna see me do more of this.
Shout out to Reno News Now.
If just me, if not else, make sure you go and subscribe our channel.
Like, share, and subscribe. Reno News Now. It's my watch commander, y'all. He does awesome work. Awesome work.
Also, don't head on over to Sacramento Community Watches. Give us a shout out over there. Give us a one of those super chats. We'll feature you on the channel here tonight if you do that.
Hell yeah. Y'all do a super chat. Yeah, shout out to those people who do that. Absolutely.
So, but let's see here. So what do we got lined up first here? The 21 foot or the domestic call?
Yo, you can start with the 21 foot. Yeah, no, actually, shit, I take that back. Do the domestic. Sorry.
Do the domestic.
I want you guys to. Yeah, this video takes place in West Sacramento, California. And this lady's, I guess she was arrested for assault, and they put her in a full body suit thingy.
Yeah, I listened to the first 7 seconds to make sure it was working with StreamYard, but oh my God, I wish you would have got there sooner to see what happened to this poor lady.
Yeah, viewer discretion is advised.
Oh yeah, we need to get a stinger for that one. Viewer discretion is advised.
I am right here, love.
Come here!
I cannot, love.
Come here!
Looks like you might be arrested and putting on side of the track.
Hey, look at her. She got them superpower headbutts right there. She is not playing. She is not playing. I definitely understand why they wanted to put her in that, but those things seem inhumane in a way. Although I guess it's for preventative measures. It makes sure that they don't, injure themselves, the people. But they're just so constrained. It's weird. It's weird to me. But hey, and by the way, the female's, I guess her boyfriend is on the scene. He was one who actually contacted police to have her, detained or, restrained because she was attacking him for some odd reason. So as you guys will see.
There seems to be a disconnect with the police too for people who need mental health, who have severe mental health issues too. There seems to be an overproportionate use of force for something that they don't realize is a medical issue, and they see it as a threat to officer safety. And it's one of those things that, you always have to walk a fine line with. And I'm one of those people who kind of give the officers a little bit benefit of the doubt, but again, there needs to be somebody there in a medical capacity to, tell the officers, okay, yeah, this person's just not acting right. We need to try to de-escalate or do. I'm not 100% sure what you would do in this situation or what could else be done in this situation. Let's see what was here. The cop wants you to go home so you can't see anything because they're not good people. These are bad people who want to hurt other people. Linda, sometimes yes, unfortunately, and those are the ones who are quick to come up to us auditors and tell us to get back, or we don't mind you recording, but we want you to record further back.
Go back 50 feet, go back 30 feet, do a cartwheel, play patty cake, do the Harlem Shake on them.
Oh, we don't have time to
Crazy.
put our police tape out. You're interfering with our crime scene. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, when the judge is going to ask you, where's your crime scene tape? Where's your crime scene tape? You don't have a crime
Step back
scene.
2,000 feet, go back 422 million feet, record from behind the building. Like, they just give you any type of order.
There is no law on how close we can be, just as there's no law that states how far we have to get back.
Right. And by the way,
a respectable distance, folks, and the
Right.
golden rule is 10 feet is now back into effect since Chili's conviction was overturned now.
exactly.
So, but in the
Watch your
Sacramento
ass.
community, in the Sacramento Community Watch Network, we always play the 1-on-1 is 21 rule.
hmm
When there's one cop and one auditor, you use always 21 feet. If there's more than one cop or more than one auditor, up to 10 feet. But we would probably respect the 21-foot rule if it was just one cop. At this point, it just all depends on the situation.
Yeah, most of the officers know who we are. Our team, our entire team, they call us by first and last name, even though they like to hide their first and last name. Why do Reno police like to hide so much? I mean, it's the government here. They don't want anybody to know who they are. It's like, are they corrupt? We have to look into that.
I'm gonna give you, if you want to be YouTube famous within the First Amendment auditing community, learn our channel names. Don't call him Chief England, or call him Chief England. You don't call him by his first and last name. You can call him Sacramento Community Watch. You can call him late. You don't call him late to dinner though, folks. But the thing is if the police were to call us by our channel names, how you doing, guys, and be a little bit more friendly,
respect,
and be a little bit more respect, you would shine on these YouTube channels, and
but
auditors may feature our channels to show you being, one of the better officers in a bad situation.
But they hire the bad ones, and then they make their department look bad because they're out here acting bad. They're acting tough. Get back over there, man. I'm gonna arrest you. Get back. Move over there. Move. Like, it's ridiculous.
But law enforcement.
Yeah, definitely.
That's been my motto. Put the law back into law enforcement.
Hey, let's roll this. Oh. By the way, that is a social worker right there in the blue shirt. You see he has a bulletproof vest. He's with the social services. He's what do they call him?
Medical professional.
Yeah. I talked to him briefly. You'll see on the video. I'm gonna go back from that. What the hell is that shit? Oh God, that just looks terrible.
Oh yeah.
That just looks terrible.
Watchdog, how's it going? If someday we could get out to Texas, we could.
Oh, definitely. Shout out to BZ Watchdog. If you guys aren't already subscribed to his channel, go subscribe to his channel. He does awesome work as well.
I seen you gave him a wrench.
Yeah, and also, you know what? Let me go ahead and put these shout outs real quick, guys. Shout out to Levi Audits. He's a new auditor. Go over to his channel, subscribe to his channel, let him know we sent you. He does awesome work as well. He stands on his rights, and he's about business. Also, shout out to, of course, Jenner, the educator. Slide over to his channel. That's one of our watchmen. Like, share, and subscribe to his channel. And, of course, go to Cop Watch Task Force. Like, share, and subscribe to that. That's our second channel. We're trying to get the subs up on that. We appreciate it.
We're trying to help out. Oh, looks like Chief England just kind of cut out there. I'm not sure what happened. we're going to continue on here. Yes, folks, we want people to join the Sacramento Community Watch Network, and we want to help get those channel subscriptions up for everybody in our community. And if you want to join our community, again, reach out to us. I've seen you drop off there for just a second, Chief.
Yeah, dang, you just boot me out like that.
I
Y'all
didn't
see
boot
that?
you out.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. That was my fault.
I'm trying to get all the views. Head on over to Reno News now and hit subscribe, folks. Okay, let's.
I do not do
That's the radio.
Had to do what I had to do.
Oh, ain't that the motto of every cop? I had to do what I had to do.
No, that was the guy who called the police. That was the
Oh,
boyfriend.
that was the boyfriend. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mhm. Yep.
My apologies. I apologize for that. I didn't know.
Your fault, Nathan.
Okay, Gord.
Your fault.
I'll see you in a couple days, Gord.
So obviously this couple's been in this situation before. He's already knowing that it's going to be a couple of days before she gets out. What I gathered from the incident, I believe that she was under the influence of something and she had attacked him, smacked him a few times, and they called PD, West Sac PD, and they responded to the call. I mean, it is what it is, but those body restraints are crazy. Oh, and by the way, isn't it effing awkward that this man right here on the right side, the social services guy, has a vest on?
Well,
A bulletproof vest. I mean, it makes sense.
It makes sense, especially seeing how he's working with law enforcement, and it's one of those things that can turn volatile in an instant, especially when it comes to domestic issues like this.
Yeah,
because you never know. Even with the significant other, I mean, he could automatically, something kick in or turn, and as like he's automatically like, oh no, I take everything back, and you let her go, and
they start attacking him, be like, "Hey, I'm social services."
So
back off.
It's just one of those things, but again, I'm glad that there's at least a mental health professional there as well. But
yeah, I thanked him.
He has no authority at all
Oh,
over these guys at
nah.
all. I mean,
No, and I had thanked him for being on the scene as well, because I told him that a lot of people know that police are not necessarily trained to handle mental crises. They just want to go in and handcuff you and slam you and take you to jail, but sometimes it takes a softer approach,
And that's the thing too, is somebody could be, again, police have a hard job. I understand that law enforcement has a very hard job. They're put in very difficult situations sometimes. A lot of times, they're going to like these domestic issues where the people are in the worst day of their effing lives, whether it's they put themselves there or somebody put them there, one way or another. So that's the one thing that the police need to realize, is that they're there to serve and protect, even though the Supreme Court says otherwise. And they're there to serve the community because they are a community, or they are a public servant, and they have to know their job. And I stress putting the law back in law enforcement, but as you've seen with one of our previous videos, folks, they put so much emphasis on gun control and how to take down people rather than, these mental health issues and de-escalation. And again, we had that one where we went to the sheriff recently, and we told them, as like, they were trying to identify us without any probable cause. And again, the supervisor, just like the officer out there, if a law enforcement officer says you got to give them your ID, you got to give them your ID. It's like, no, that's not how the law is, officer. And
it's not the law.
You spit the law out to them verbatim, and then they go, well, if you don't like the law, then you need to go talk to your senators. It's like, I gave you the law. You're the one who don't know it.
Yeah, why don't they just look it up from now on? I mean, you guys see us out here all the time. Reno PD, just start looking up the laws. I mean, it's so simple.
Well, they look at these laws on a daily freaking basis.
And they still enforce the wrong thing.
When they write these tickets, all these laws and everything is spelled out for them, and I'm sure they look in their book and see what it is, unless they're going by the elementary school, associating the elementary school definitions to these NRS codes. Like how Sotelo goes, oh, get him on delay and obstruct. There is no delay and obstruct law. It's resisting a public officer. And then again, how was he resisting you? He wasn't. Because you had no lawful order, Sotelo.
Nothing.
I'm gonna be famous too. You're gonna put me on your YouTube video.
Anytime I can, Officer Sotelo.
Do you see the color that I am?
Yeah, we do. It's yellow.
Yeah. You're yellow and dusty. How about that? Bye.
Hiding behind your DA, and eventually it's gonna. Miss Schumann and Officer Sotelo, take a look at Chili DeCastro's trial. I'm just gonna say you're gonna have a hard time overcoming that hurdle. Yeah, the people, the public, us, the public. You know, of course, we stand with the public. We're tired of you guys not knowing the law. Start learning fucking laws. How about that? I mean, it's so simple. Learn the laws. You know, I mean, we get tired of saying it. Shit. Learn the laws. Sergeants don't know it. They be, don't. I'm busy right now. I can't tell you. They just want to get out of there. They don't want to explain anything. They don't want to have a talk. They're so busy. What? Violating the rights? Because if you don't know the Constitution, if you don't know the First Amendment, the 5 elements that cover the First Amendment, you're out there violating rights. And here's what's so stupid about it is when you ask for a supervisor, what is a supervisor supposed to do? A supervisor is supposed to play intermediary. Somebody told your officer to ask for their supervisor. So you're supposed to be the big boy with the big boy pants on, and you're supposed to go over
with the authority, with the stripes.
You're supposed to go over and listen to what your officer says.
Well, not our supervisors, their supervisors, because they don't have shit over what we do. Unless we commit a crime.
I'm sorry, I must have misspoke. I go, the supervisor goes to their officer and finds out what in the heck is going on, why he was called out there, why they were asking for a supervisor, and then have that officer give the supervisor some BS excuse on why he got pulled the person over with no RAS or detained him with no RAS. I'm going to say detained with no RAS because it encompasses even pulling over. And then you go to the person who asked for the supervisor, the person who's currently being detained, and get their side of the story and listen to what they have to effing say. And if they're spouting out laws and they're spouting out constitutional protections, and then you may get that an awful lot, and they may be completely in the wrong, but you're going to get 1 in about 5, somebody like us who knows what we're talking about at times, even though we may not have a law effing degree. And you're going to get in trouble, and somebody's going to take that $405 and rip your qualified immunity away. And they're going to, this is something I thought about too when I was driving home one day, Chief.
It'll be like this.
If you do take him to court, it's like, I don't want no money. I want you should say it's like, I know that the city's going to pay every dime out of this officer's you're going to cover every dime of this officer's lawsuit. What I want from the officer is every firearm he has in his home.
Right.
That's what you should say. I want the money and every firearm in this officer's home. Because these guys are gun nuts. You take away their guns, and that's really going to hurt them. Take away their
take away their toys and their sad children.
Take away their personal pew-pews and their PlayStations, and I guarantee you they're going to whine and cry about it to their buddies the next day.
They'll start acting right. They'll start acting right. Let's continue with the video, though.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the only way I can pick up. What do you mean, absolutely?
So the Granada?
Oh, no, it's left.
Sorry. Right now you
Yeah. Thank you.
officer still here on scene talking to this gentleman. We'll get the
I keep hearing that Apple iPhone ting and looking down at my phone. I keep hearing that Apple iPhone ting from the phone.
Oh yeah.
I think somebody's texting me because I.
Oh crap! I think that's his phone right there.
It's his phone going off. I keep
Yeah.
hearing the ting. I think like somebody's messaging me or something.
Ignore it.
How's it going today, sir?
He's talking to me, by the way. So he's going to ask me again, how's it going? And then it's going to switch to the short, and it'll be a different angle for you guys to see. Just keep watching.
How's it going today, sir?
Pretty good, man.
Pretty good? Right on. Any questions I can try and answer for you?
I said, nah.
Yeah, she took off on me. I got into Sister Nora's house.
You good? Yeah, we're okay. I'm
I
gonna
don't know
go.
if you're aware of that. You guys are West Side, but Sister Nora's house is a women's shelter. So I got her.
We got
up
this
there
gentleman
because
here
we've
too.
been- We've been
Who are you with?
in and out of
You with
shelters.
PD?
Sometimes
I'm with
shelters
Young
don't
County Health
have,
and Human Services. I'm a
room
social
for
worker with
couples.
Social worker.
crisis
So
team.
Okay,
I would-
awesome.
She would go to.
Awesome. Good to see you here on scene, man. Good to see you. Hey, shout out to the Human Crisis team. Like I said, I thanked him for being on the scene. You know, instead of as opposed to the police being there, I was happy to see him there so he can give his insight and professionalism to the situation. Even though they just hurry up and put her in a body fucking strap and threw her in the back, way in the back.
Yeah, it's
Anyway.
like I said, I hope that she got the help that she deserved, and
Yeah, me too, definitely.
And it's just one of those things, folks. We never want to see people in those worst days of our lives. I mean, it's something that we have to deal with whenever we do these things, especially when we do cop watching instead of auditing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that again, we're videotaping people at the worst days of their lives sometimes, and it can be quite irritating. We understand that, but again, your feelings don't outweigh the Constitution, folks. It's feelings don't outweigh right. So you want to
roll the other video.
Yeah. Talk up the next one.
Yeah. So this is a stop in Reno, Nevada, downtown. This female, she's going to explain why they stopped her, but there was about maybe 11 cars on this street on this day on this particular street downtown Reno, and they were stopping multiple people. Multiple people were in handcuffs. It was just a mess. And you guys, of course, you'll have your own opinions about it. Take a look. So, folks, thanks for joining the Sacramento Community Watch. Looks like we have some sort of arrest going on here. Got a female in handcuffs. 2 officers here. Looks like they'll be going through her stuff.
And folks, here's what I want to point out to you. I'm not sure what's going on in this scene, why she's being detained right now.
I do.
But you do, and no spoilers, okay?
Okay.
The thing is, folks, is I want to point out this is exactly the reason why you need to know your rights, because it looks like they're going through her stuff.
And she is pissed. She is pissed that they're even making contact with her.
So the thing is at this point, if you're going to be doing a search and seizure, which is basically what's happening here is a search and seizure.
Yep.
I would want to know exactly the reason why. Because if you can't articulate the crime or the reasonable articulable suspicion of the crime, then or you're seeing or even a singular articulable fact, then and you're starting to go through my stuff and doing a search, then I'm going to be even more pissed than being seized. You seize me all day long, I don't care. You know, I'll sit there and wait. You only have an hour here in Nevada.
This definitely
171.123 for detainment.
Somebody had made a comment. If you guys check out our channel, somebody made a comment under this video and had a good point. They said these are every stop that you guys are about to see. There's 3 of them. They're all victimless crimes. Victimless. Yeah. I mean, and not to mention they had multiple units. I would say maybe 7 to 9 cars on this street, and in a 2-block radius, they had about 7 to 9 cars with lights rolling. I mean, I just.
And it just goes to, I mean, you see this all the time in law enforcement. They're bored when somebody finds the fish, all the piranhas start swarming.
Right. Absolutely.
And then when you break out the camera, they buckle and bounce. It's so fun. But let's continue.
And by the way, they don't even know that I'm recording yet. By the way, he doesn't. That officer, Brown, horrible officer.
How you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Gotcha.
Why did he stop you?
Because I fit the description of someone who left a car in the middle of the road, and it was my friend's car, and I was the person in the car. They say, we just got out of the car and left it in the middle of the road. We did not. We parked it on the side of the road, next to the sidewalk, just facing the wrong direction. But it was not illegally parked in the middle of the road.
Oh, when was...
Oh.
That's stupid. To stop and detain somebody because.
Well, here's the question. Okay, so if I get this right, she was detained because she fit the description of somebody who left a car who was claimed to be parked in the middle of the road.
She was a passenger.
And she was a passenger.
Mm-hmm.
So Pennsylvania versus Mims, passengers are not criminals.
Right.
She's not even... should not be detained when they get pulled over unless they can articulate an additional crime that they're named for. So let's see here. And then she says that she was in the car, okay, as the passenger, but then it wasn't parked in the middle of the road. It's parked off to the side. So the first thing you would do in an investigation, I would assume, rather than to detain an individual who fits a description, would be to find the car and see if it's parked in the middle of the effing road.
Right. That's what I was going to do, but I didn't know how far the car was. But as you can see, she's not even at the car. The car is nowhere near right here.
There's no car nearby. So why in the F is she being detained?
They made contact with her after they supposedly left the car in the middle of the street. I don't think too many people will leave a car in the middle of the fucking street.
What crime did she commit? She hasn't committed a crime. They have no reasonable articulable suspicion. She just fits the description. NRS 171.123 detainment does not allow them to detain for this. Mm-hmm. So she's being illegally searched and she's being illegally seized. See, folks, this is where Attorney Shield would come and grade for this lady if she only had it. She could have a lawyer and go, why are you detaining me? Well, you fit the description. Just because I fit the description doesn't mean you detain me.
It's disgusting.
Okay, so what about a soft detainment? Like, hey, I need you to sit right here for me. I need to detain you for a moment. We're investigating a crime. You know, there's a possibility you may be involved in a crime. You can do that, but why put him in cuffs? Why are you searching this person? There's no need to search this person if you're trying to find, if your buddies are still trying to find the crime.
Oh, but you guys stay tuned because watch what goes on with this search and watch what the officer says and does. Horrible.
This was 20, 30 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
See, so it happened 20, 30 minutes ago.
It happened 20, 30 minutes ago, or she was detained 20, 30 minutes? Okay.
No, them leaving the car. 20. She said she was in the car, passenger, but it was 20, 30 minutes ago when they left the car on the street in the wrong facing the wrong direction.
Well, facing the wrong direction could be a crime, but it's not.
It would probably be an infraction.
Infraction. It's not really a crime. It's more of a city infraction. And again, you don't detain people for an infraction. You detain people for a crime. And see, that's one thing that they need to teach these cops is there's a difference between a crime and an infraction. And you detain people for crimes. You don't detain people for infractions.
Yeah, crimes involve a victim. If there's no victim, there's no crime. I don't understand. It's crazy.
Mark Grizzly Bear, I'm sorry. No, there is no law that says 25 feet. The thing is with that is there's a goal. The police were trained to say 21 feet, but there again, there's no basis of law. It's more for officer safety. Only if the car is inoperable.
Yeah, the car was inoperable. They left the car there. It wasn't running anymore. But like I said, I highly doubt that they left it sitting in the middle of a street. They probably push it off to the side or something, but blocking it just doesn't make sense.
If it's left in the middle of the street, you don't leave a car in the middle of the street. You stay with it. The cops will eventually come by. They'll call a tow truck and get the thing moved out of the way.
Right.
It's still not a crime.
Yeah.
If it was abandoned, get the tow truck and have them tow it. It's a victimless crime here, folks. She's no needs to be detained.
Right.
And they got you detained now for that?
They got me detained. They detained me for that at first, yes.
Okay.
They detained me at first for that, yes. So it means that the cops had her illegally detained and now they're fishing for...
Wait a minute. Pause that. Go back a little bit. This cop right here is asking her, what was in the pipe? What was in that pipe? The pipe? The Elmer's glue pipe? What was in the pipe? First of all, they're fishing. Oh, yeah. The lady was stopped apparently for leaving a vehicle in the middle of the fucking street. What are you talking about a pipe? So now you guys are searching their stuff and you're going through it looking for anything. Does this look really good on the behalf of the Reno Police Department?
They're dangerously close to that poisonous fruit.
Yeah. And he's over there acting, pipe, gloves on. What's in the pipe? Dude, this is not actions of heroes. This is not, police, looking for crimes and trying to solve murders and stuff like that. These guys get shaved up and jerry curls to be out here doing what? This is...
They need to abandon the war on drugs on the streets. I mean,
yeah, because a lot of police officers do drugs.
They'll
take your drugs and smoke them in the back of an alleyway.
I'm gonna rephrase that just a little bit, folks. I don't mean there needs to be a war on drugs on a national level, and go after the dealers, the ones who are putting the dangerous drugs into people's hands. However, you don't need to put a full court. You don't need to put a full court press on the people who are the victims, the people who use the stuff, who need to get off the stuff, who need to be, need proper help, support and guidance, and again, there's people who are going to do these things, whether we want to or not, and the prescription drug industry, such as fentanyl, for instance, has gotten people into these predicaments where they're hooked on these pain medications. They can't get the pain medications anymore. So then they turn to the street drugs, anything to dull what they consider pain. And it's the pain of life, unfortunately. And, people need help.
Mark Grizzly Bear, you're totally right. Most things that cops do simply just don't make any sense. And a lot of times when they give those unlawful orders, those unlawful directives, get back, move back, do a backflip, step back, go over there. Ooh. It's never backed up by a law. And then when you ask them the law, they don't know it. They say, I ain't got time, man. I can't answer. I'm so busy. I got a call. A squirrel got hit. I got to go, man. Code 3. Squirrel got ran over.
There's a shooting because an acorn fell.
Yeah, excuse. It runs rampant within law enforcement. But I will say,
I want to ride around with one of those busy sergeants or busy lieutenants and see what they do all day. I would love to do that, but guarantee you, I'm going to be live streaming everything you'd freaking do.
Monitor their what do they call them? Their subordinates. They monitor their subordinates who don't know the law as well.
And I guarantee you, they don't go through body cam.
Right.
They don't. And yeah, it's just, yeah. Anyways, let's keep going.
Very does. Is it that though? I think it's very yes.
Oh, and folks,
Fairy dust. Bam.
When
That's it.
When a cop is asking you questions, I plead the fifth. I plead the
Yeah.
fifth. I plead the fifth. So I'm gonna.
If a cop ever walks up to you asking questions, don't say anything because they don't have anything on you. They're just trying to fish with a little fishing pole, looking for some bluegill or something, trying to reel them in. Don't give them no fish. I would say, dude, don't talk to me. Step. That's what I would say. Don't walk up to me saying nothing. Bye.
So here's the thing. I'm not going to get too much into it, but my husband had an accident recently with a car, and it got totaled, and it had nothing to do with marijuana, however, but the cop knew that he somehow smoked marijuana, that my husband goes, oh yeah, really early in the morning, I'm going, don't, Jude, first, plead the, come on. Anyways, one thing after another, but anyways, I went to go get the stuff out of the back of the cop was really chill. For the most part. But one guy was just absolutely unchill, and I wish I would have had my camera on. He wanted me to go back to stand where my Jeep was, again, over that 21 feet away. And mind you, he was the second to show up on scene. He was giving me all kinds of BS. And it's like, I go, no, I'm not going to move. No, because I have every right to be here. I've been standing here. I'm not going to move. I go, you don't have a crime scene tape up or anything like that. So just, he goes,
more unlawful directives.
If you get any closer, I'm going to arrest you. It's like, I'm perfectly
Bed of arrest.
content where I'm at. So just go do your effing job, But the
USC 242 violation, violating your rights.
The chill officer was going like, man, we were walking up to the car to get some of his stuff out of that, and he goes, well, do you smoke marijuana too? I go, I plead the fifth. I don't have questions. And it's like, because mind you, I drove there, so if I said, yeah, I smoke marijuana, or no, I don't smoke, whatever, and I get,
it would have been fishing.
Probable cause then to pull me over later. I don't want any of that. So,
yeah, if only police weren't so grimy and sketchy and trifling and all that.
After all said and done, and we were sitting there talking, and he would go, and everything was finalized, and he was getting ready to go, making small talk. He talks to me and my husband. He goes, man, I didn't mean to upset you or anything. I go, you didn't upset me. He goes, well, you said I don't answer questions. It's like, well, you're right, just because of our respected positions. I go,
I'm just standing on my rights, officer. How about that?
I go, it's
crazy.
I wasn't mad at you, officer. It's nothing against you. I go, but your buddy, however, I go, that's a different story.
Exactly.
But yeah, let's keep going here. But yeah, next time I'm going to pull out the phone because I don't want to miss that. And I did it out of respect for my husband not to record it. But yeah, I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah, sorry, Steven. Next time, we're going to have to roll that.
Yeah, definitely. I wish I would have got that. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, was there anything in the blue one?
We're still checking. Yeah.
Anything in the blue one, we're still checking.
Yeah, talking about obviously a pipe of some sort. He said, I think his name is Officer Lazaire or something like that. Lazaric. We haven't had any run-ins with that guy. I think he might be new in the department, but we haven't had any run-ins with him. Nothing negative or positive for that matter. So he has a good record in my book. But the other officers, they started off wrong. Keep watching.
Yeah, they got a lot of units here on this street. Yeah, they're kind of busy today. You guys learning the Constitution yet? I know a lot of you guys don't really know the Constitution. So, I mean, you guys are making arrests and don't know the Constitution's kind of bad.
Most of us know it.
Okay, what are 5 elements that cover the First Amendment?
All of them.
Yeah, all 5. What's the 5 that cover the First Amendment?
Yeah, all.
What are they?
What are they?
Oh, you don't know them? Oh, shit.
I'm not answering you right now. I'll talk to you after.
No, I got you, man. No, most of you guys don't know, but Yeah, I don't really have the.
Just flat out disrespectful. Disrespectful, disdain. They think that the Constitution is a fucking joke. He thinks it's a joke. All of them. Yeah, all of them. All of them.
See,
Like,
here's the thing is you start holding their feet to the fire. Like, okay, yeah, all of them. What all of them? Tell me, tell me exactly. Exactly what's going on. Tell me the 5 that you should know because you said, oh, you should know them. And then he goes, oh, well, no, then whenever you start holding this, he goes, no, I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe.
yeah, I can't talk to you right now, but you had time to play around and joke.
I'll talk to you after. And guess what? Afterwards, what's going to happen? He goes, oh, I got to go. I got to get in and get out of here. So he has no intention of answering your questions.
I told you.
He knows he doesn't know it. And he's just trying to save face so he doesn't look stupid on YouTube, which unfortunately, officer, because you don't know the 5 elements of the Constitution or First Amendment of the Constitution, you're looking like the idiot that you're trying to avoid being. You could have just said, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I should go home tonight.
Maybe can you tell me? Can you assist me on that? We're all people. We all,
And I'm sorry.
Something.
The cop can't even get freedom of speech or freedom of religion. Those are the 2 popular ones that are coming out of the First Amendment of the Constitution. Those are the 2 that every person knows right off of the top of their head out of the 5. And just in case you didn't know, folks, the other 3 are the freedom of press, the freedom to assemble, and the redress of grievances of your government.
Or petition
and redress. Yeah. Same difference.
Yeah.
So Mark Grizzly Bear, dude, when I was in school, they taught us that the First Amendment, we have to know it by heart, and the schools don't teach it anymore. I agree with you. No, they're more interested in their meeting their monetary value by getting to fill in those little bubbles the correct way. They don't really care about the government. I'm a product child of the 80s.
And can I just point out something? I mean, I understand we wear all this vest. We have body cameras and radios and multiple cameras and camera equipment, but no weapons except for pepper spray. Why do these people have tasers? We don't even carry tasers, but why do these people feel like they need so much armory to deal with our own people? I don't understand why we help purchase these weapons that they carry on their bodies to use against us. That kind of doesn't sound like a good deal. That's nothing that I would never sign to happen. If I had control over it, that's nothing I would never sign to. I see a taser, it's just.
Oh, and then like during zombie crawl, they have those nightsticks that they like to play around with. Shake it once, it's fine.
Yeah, fucking 9 foot long wooden poles. Like, what are y'all doing, man? You guys are trying to scare and intimidate the public, not like, oh, I'm here to help, and then they pass out stickers and shit. What the hell is a sticker gonna do?
They do the PR so they look good, and they get together with traditional media and go, oh yeah, we're gonna have this Toys for Tots campaign or
yeah, exactly,
or we're gonna buy out, we're gonna have a shopping spree with the less fortunate kids, to get the feel goods, or or help our canine unit that we sick on. Go watch Lackluster's video today. Oh my, or was it Lackluster? Yeah, Lackluster. I think it was Lackluster's video today. Oh my gosh, that one was it was so awesome.
Okay, I'll look for it.
Yeah, let me just make sure that that's what it was. Let me go back into my history here real quick here. History, there we go. Yeah, Lackluster. 3 cops, 2 lawsuits, 1 quit, 1 suspended, 1 demoted. I watched that.
Slide over to Lackluster, y'all.
Yeah,
sound like that might be something we need to look at.
Yeah, no, that one was. I mean, this one cop was in 2 different videos. At the first video, she was a trainee, and basically they sicked the dog, onto the
Okay.
guy who
Don't ruin it. Let them go look. Let them go look.
Yeah. But and then I think you've seen the one with the officer and the cane and the blind man who was coming home from court. I think you might have.
Oh yeah, the older gentleman. Yeah.
Yeah, the two videos are intertwined. So
wow.
it's very interesting. So yeah, go. I don't want to ruin any more, but yeah, check out Lacklusters after this. So, but we're gonna continue with our video here, folks.
Sorry. Yeah, can I get you identified real quick for the people?
Here we go.
Now, can you stand over there for us?
Brown, do you know the 5 elements of the First Amendment?
Stand over there, okay?
I need to?
Yes, you need to. Can you stand over there for
Oh,
me?
is that am I detained?
No, you need.
You need to ask the officer, do you know the difference between a need and a want? Because I don't need to go stand over there. You want me to go stand over there. And what you want and what I need are two different things.
Yeah, if you pay attention, he's going to say, can you please go over there? What is it?
Stand over there and not be a part of our investigation. You're too
Oh,
close
no.
now for our
I'm not.
safety.
I'm just on the sidewalk like him. He's on the sidewalk walking past. I'm just.
Oh, officer safety. Officer safety. There is no officer safety law. Officer.
Look at the dude right there. He's behind him and he walked in between him and his
suspect.
But I can't sit there and record though. Look at the guy with the headphones on.
And you know what? This cop was thinking, I bet you this cop was thinking, if he gives me any more shit, I'm going to eventually arrest him. And then, you know, everything that you've said just now and what you're going to say, because I've kind of seen this part through your shorts, but, you know, just the fact that you got people walking in and out of his scene. Interference is a physical act, officer.
Yeah, he just knows that he just didn't want to be recorded.
Recording.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a First Amendment. It's a First Amendment right. NRS 17.
Oh, shout out to Auditing Erie County. Welcome in, fam.
What's up? What's up? Auditing Erie County. Y'all slide over to his channel, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Auditing. Oh, yeah, and hit that thumbs up or you are not fam with Auditing Erie County, folks. Thank you.
Hit the thumbs up for us, y'all.
Yeah.
1.1233 gives us lawful right to record you guys while you guys are working.
Do that right behind.
Okay, so what's the law? What's how many feet? How many feet?
Please stand over there. 21 feet.
That's not the law, though. That's not the law. There's no law that says 21 feet.
It's for our safety.
Officer safety is cowardice. That has to. I'm here for public safety. I'm here on the sidewalk. Look, these guys are. I didn't call you a coward.
You just
Brown.
Let's go back.
I said coward.
He said, "I don't care if you called me a coward." And he said my first and last name. Dude, I didn't call you a coward. I said it's cowardice. That means the actions of a coward. How do you not know that?
You didn't call him a coward. He called himself a coward because you said officer safety is officer cowardness. That's what you said. So if he's
cowardice,
he's calling himself a coward because you didn't call him a coward. He's basically insinuating himself being called a coward. I'm sorry, but yes, you are a coward if you were afraid of a camera and somebody standing there recording you. And you've got more than enough officers there, officer. You have plenty of officer safety. Thank you.
Yes. And all his equipment.
Well,
I got to get my plug real quick. My battery's going dead.
Okay.
Can you just stand
I'm gonna go get the rest of my video. You don't understand what a lawful order is either, and we'll be sure to highlight you, Brown. What's your first name?
What's the matter to you?
Because you just said my first name. We're talking on first name basis. Of course you're not. You're one of those tyrants, huh?
No.
Yeah, you are. You're a punk. You're a straight up punk.
That's rude.
You're a punk.
I'm sorry. He is a tyrant. He's acting tyrannical. You probably don't even know what a tyrant is. He knows what a coward is. And on top of that, it's just downright stupid.
Why are you using my first and last name and you don't want to use your first name? What to? Yeah, because you look stupid.
And we don't want you using our first name, folks. We want you to use our channel names. Call us Reno News Now. Call us Sacramento Community Watch. Call us Chief England. You don't want to call him Chief England. It is because you would equate him to the level of your police chief.
Exactly.
That's why you don't want to call him Chief.
Exactly.
You would recognize that he outranks you, which because he is a member of the public, he outranks you because you are a public servant. And if you don't like being a public
Too bad,
servant,
Booch.
leave. find a new position, go into the private sector, go work for security and turn in your gun and your badge, go work for the private sector and
Petco.
report.
Long John Silver's, go work there. Bye. You don't need the public's money. Go work at Popeyes. Bye. Learn the law. How about that? Learn the fucking laws.
Yeah, if you don't want to learn the law and you still want to, you feel like you're a police officer, go play in security, observe and report, turn in your gun. You don't need it.
We got a supervisory officer here on the scene. Got a bunch of stuff.
You're right, Mark Grizzly Bear. There is no law on officer safety. There is no 21-foot law. We quoted NRS 171. Excuse me. We quoted NRS 171.1233. Here in Nevada, that's the right to record police officers. It basically says that they're not allowed to interfere with us as long as we don't interfere with them. And that's what
and it says that they can't interfere, they can't stop it, they can't delete it, they can't pause it, they can't do anything like that. But we have officers in Reno that do that. It's crazy. Oh, this is the second video, huh?
Yeah,
Number
this
2.
is the second video. Yeah.
Okay. So I named this video 4 versus 1 because they have 4 officers here searching one guy and all his stuff on the sidewalk. This is the same day as the lady in the pink. Get up, I'm just across the street. They had people stopped across the street as well, up the street and on the corner. The third stop is on the same day at the same time, just further up the street. Like I said, it was between a 2-block radius where they had about 7 to 9 police vehicles with their lights on, stopping people, and people were in handcuffs and detained and all that bullshit. So keep watching. And then I also make a grievance with the supervisor right here on the scene at this stop. And I tell him about Officer Brown and his unlawful directives. Listen to how nonchalant this supervisor sounds when I make contact with him about Officer Brown or Tyrant Brown. Keep watching.
And then just to shout out here to Mark Grizzly, he wonders what would happen if we made up our own laws, and do you think we could get away with it? You would have to have a 10 plus on the charm meter there to try to charm an officer to the point where you think you could make up a law to get out of whatever you want. Usually it's the other way around. The police officer makes up their own law, like obstruction.
Right.
Or interfering with government operations, for instance. Here in Nevada, the interfering with government operations law has been ruled unconstitutional, but these police officers bring it up all the time. So they're making up their own laws. So, they'll make up their own laws, arrest you, and then we'll go, oh, no, wait, you weren't really obstructing government operations. You were resisting a public officer because you didn't listen to what he said, and then they'll charge you with that. To be quite honest, I think the police should be in trouble if they can't detain you properly and give you what you're being detained for and then charge you with it. If they can't charge you with it, then you should be able to walk out the front door.
How y'all doing? What's up, Evan? How you doing, man? How are you? Man, you guys got a lot going on right now. What's going on this street? So it looks like they're doing a homeless crackdown here or something. Got people who work for the city. Hey, supervisor, you might want to talk to Brown down here. He's giving unlawful directives, talking about stand down there, go over there, move over there, because he didn't want to be recorded from the sidewalk.
I'll chat with him.
Yeah, NRS 171.1233 gives us lawful right to record you guys. We have to be able to hear and see what you guys.
Hey, appreciate it, Mark Grizzly. We appreciate you for coming out and tuning in. Catch us next time, man.
Yes, definitely. And take a moment here, folks, to pause and say, hey, don't forget to go over to our channels. All of our channel links are in the description. Take a moment to hit the subscribe button, click on the notification bell, change it to all. If you are on the Sacramento Community Watch channel, hit the join button and become a member today. Become a watchman and join our team virtually. Every little bit helps out as well. We got CashApps down below and a GoFundMe for the Sacramento Community Watch Defense Fund. And just every little bit helps out, guys. So, shout outs to everybody who's out there with us and all the First Amendment auditing community family.
Have going on. So, yeah. Have a talk with him if you can. I don't have to put in a complaint on his jacket. You guys are going to be out here enforcing laws. You got to know the law.
Booyah.
Yeah, she's forced to walk in the streets.
Okay, so like I said, the supervisor officer that I just was talking with, trying to make a grievance about the other officer, I don't believe that he talked to him at all. I don't even think that he cared. I hear you. No, see, that's what they don't get. He's still talking to me like I'm detained by him. That's how he was talking. I hear you. I don't, dude. It's just total disdain for the public. Like I'm legit making a complaint, and you say, "I hear you." The tone alone shows disrespect. I hear you. No, don't hear me. Apply it. How about that? Go do your fucking job and go talk to that officer who's giving unlawful directives to somebody on the sidewalk, absent of a fucking crime. How about that? Do your jobs better. I mean, it's
most officers today
sick, man.
Most law enforcement officers today think that a lawful order is anything that comes out of a law enforcement officer's mouth.
Tyrant Anthony Sotelo.
Tyrant, what was the first one?
Hoyt.
Hoyt.
Yeah, if you guys ever see those two officers, Officer Christian Hoyt or Officer Anthony Sotelo, those two specific officers, if you ever see them, if you're ever dealing with them, record them because they will violate your rights, period. And they will violate the shit out of your right.
If they have you pulled over, make sure you request their supervisor make sure that their supervisor is there too. You know,
and call us at our dispatch number and we'll come out with record. Send us an email quick. All of it's anonymous. If you want to report videos, anything, police misconduct, send it to us. We'll air it if you want, and we'll keep you out of it.
The only thing that we ask is that you try to get us a high quality video so that we can use them for YouTube. That's
absolutely.
I mean, we just can't take the ones that come through text message or email because by the time that the phones and the computers render it to where they can send it in an email format,
the graphics are all jacked.
And there's time limits and stuff like that. So these audio files. Now, in case people didn't know, you when you subscribe to YouTube, you actually have a YouTube account that you can throw things up there. You can throw big, large video files into YouTube and make it private so nobody ever sees them.
Nobody else can see it, right?
Or you invite somebody to see it. So if you want to keep something securely and have people view it, YouTube is a perfect platform. You know. You don't have to make a public channel like we are here and air out all your personal videos. You can share them with your family even. So,
right. And just real quick,
wonderful platform.
And just real quick, if you guys are just joining us, do me a favor and slide over to our second channel. We just created it called Cop Watch Task Force. Like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to bring the subs up on that. And I think with 50 something subscribers, we can go live now with that. I think YouTube's requirement is 50.
Right,
subscribers now,
and he would have to get, and the lieutenant would have to get in there and get it. Have to try to join for the first time to get it to trigger the live setup for him.
That channel is being ran by our lieutenant. He does awesome work with our team. He's been ride or die with our team. So you guys be sure to slide over to that channel and like, share, and subscribe. And we appreciate it.
And don't forget to also head over to Xander the Educator's channel as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Absolutely.
As well. All of our channels are located in the channel descriptions. We're also broadcasting on our transparency channel tonight as well. My channel called the ADHD Auditor. You guys can go over there and take a look at it as well. It's really not much content on there other than me posting live videos like this whenever we have the available seats for it. Or the full unedited, almost raw videos. I don't say that they're totally raw because we do blank out some things so that way personal information doesn't get out there. But, a lot of times these cops go, oh, well, you guys edit it and make us look bad. It's like, no, here's the full video. Go check it out over here. So that's where I put my videos for my transparency so that people ain't saying that I'm trying to edit these videos to do something nefarious to make people make yourselves look bad when you do these things, especially when you're parking in the middle of a freaking sidewalk and forcing people to jaywalk, which is
exactly
a total tyrant. You'd be arresting this person right about now.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that.
Hold on, real quick. I just want to give one more quick shout out before I forget. But so I checked out our analytics, so I want to give a shout out to these cities because these cities we have a tremendous amount of views and support and love, obviously. So I want to give a shout out to Los Angeles, California, New York, Chicago, Illinois, Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Seattle, Washington, Phoenix, Arizona, Atlanta, Georgia, Sacramento, Sectown, West Coast, Denver, Colorado, Philly, Pennsylvania, Las Vegas, Nevada, and San Francisco. We appreciate the love and support out there, y'all, for keeping us going. Yeah, and because of y'all, we're able to travel and audit it and keep us going. So shout out to you guys. Also, let me give a shout out to the USA, of course, Canada, Australia, UK, India, Germany, Philippines, Mexico, New Zealand, South Africa, Netherlands, Ireland, Brazil, Sweden, France, and everybody else. Thank y'all, the world, for tuning in and keeping us on our toes. And
I want to shout out to my ADHD brother over in the UK. How's it going? In case you're watching this.
What's up? What's up?
The ADHD auditor over in England. You can check out his channel as well. Folks, it's like, thank you for all of our neurotypical and neurodivergent subscribers and followers. We
love you guys for all the love and support.
Stay neurospicy, folks.
Can anybody guess why they made this stop?
I can't tell right off the bat.
Of course, it's going to be victimless. There's no victim. Okay. Well, let's keep watching. You'll see in about 2 seconds. Damn it. I can't never play it. Nope. Sorry.
I got it. I see a bicycle.
Yep.
Is he riding the bicycle on the sidewalk?
He stopped him because of the bike. Look at him, sad and discouraged.
I'm afraid to ride a bike. I would love to ride a bike, but I haven't ridden a bike since high school in the 90s.
Dude, the point is they stopped him on the bike, but parked a police truck over the sidewalk and in the red zone for a bike. And he's going to have I asked him about that, and he's going to tell us why. And keep watching. Poor man. I'm sure he just wanted to go about his day, and they stopped him. Look at the truck. It just looks like intimidation tactics. Like,
you all right, bro? What'd they stop you for? They stopped you for that?
Or he was riding on the sidewalk.
So who's driving this vehicle right here? You parked on the sidewalk for that?
He has a pulled hammy.
What was that?
He said he had a pulled hammy. He pulled his hamstring, and why does that warn him to park on the sidewalk? Because his hamstring is pulled.
Well, if his hamstring is pulled, he should be on light duty.
Yeah,
and
if you can't perform it.
This is not a light duty job, folks. You have to be able to run, jump, carry that vest right there, that tactical vest has to weigh, and with the gun and everything, has to weigh at least 20, 30 pounds.
25, 30 pounds, yeah. I wore
25 to 30 pounds with all that.
Mm-hmm.
If he has a pulled
very heavy,
and he has to drive up on the sidewalk because he can't whoop his lights and get the guy to stop, or get on his PA and tell him, hey, you need to stop your bike, you're being detained. There's no need for this, folks.
And does it really look like he's going to even, does it look like he's going to fight with them, the guy sitting on the ground? No.
The guy's not even in handcuffs. The one thing that I don't like about police is that they'll come onto a scene like this, take up everybody's space, and break multiple laws, which is fine for the initial interaction. But once the scene is established, They need to go. We need to stop breaking laws. We need to rearrange our trucks and park them in a manner that's befitting.
Right. Let's clean it up.
Let's clean it up just a tad bit so we look a little bit more professional.
Clean it up, Cocor.
You know,
Clean it up, Cocor.
So the guy's detained. They got 2 other officers there. Get in your truck and get it parked in a decent way that's pleasing to the traffic, where you can do your job and not interfere with pedestrians and the general public.
Yep.
In general.
Lady had to walk around into the street. Well, I mean, you guys are kind of in the way.
Yeah, the whole.
She was intimidated. She didn't want to walk through them. The lady who had to walk. Come on now.
She wasn't going to walk in the middle of a police scene. She would have had to walk right between them, around the bike, just to get to the crosswalk, or walk behind the officer, which they clearly don't want people walking behind them. They made that crystal clear in almost any video you see out there with First Amendment auditors when they oh, I'll escort you out of the building, sir, because I still have things to do and I want to make sure you make it out of here. I don't want to, you just said you're busy and you have things to do. Let me make sure you make it to your car okay.
People just want to go about their day without being molested and stopped by the police for minute bullshit, like riding on the sidewalk. Dude, you guys break the law all the time. How in the world, how in the fucking world can they stop somebody for riding on the sidewalk when they blow through lights without their sirens on? They violate your rights by telling you to back up, and they don't know that, there's certain NRS codes. Yeah. They speed and laws for thee, not for me, huh?
They don't wear their seatbelts. They speed. They're constantly, laws for thee, not for me. And when you treat everybody as a hammer, when you train everybody in the police force as a hammer, everybody in the public becomes a nail.
Right.
And you're just always looking for that one infraction and becoming a road pirate.
Not only that,
he's a road pirate.
Right. Not only that, I noticed that there's the crosswalk is on. It has a number 3 on there. So that means that they're blocking the crosswalk. Mm-hmm. They got this man stopped and sitting on the ground. I'm sure they told him to have a seat because he was sitting on the bicycle. It's just like, mind you, this is the same incident with the chick in the pink suit. I'm just across the street. They had all these incidents going on simultaneously. Like, is this really like protecting the public? Is this protecting the people? I have this is disturbing.
This man is a little bit elderly. It looks like I'm not sure what his age range is, but like I said, I haven't ridden a bike since high school, and I want to get onto bikes again. But the thing is I'd have to retrain my knowledge of the law to make sure that I don't want to be pulled over for riding
because they'll stop you
on a sidewalk. Yeah. But at the same time, riding a bike on the sidewalk is a little bit safer than riding the bike in the street. That's what I think too. Because, you have that extra buffer. I know that there's a bike lane, but you talk to people, professional bikers who go out on the street, and try to ride through their town to keep in shape. They fight with traffic constantly. Where some people just want to ride there casually on the bike and they're not going to be interfering with anybody. And if there's a lot of people, they hop into the bike lane.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Forth, if there's nobody on the sidewalk, make it the law to where if that the pedestrians have preferential treatment over bikes. It's that simple. If a bike is tearing through a bunch of pedestrians, then yes, the bicyclist needs to be cited and taken off because he's running into people on the sidewalk.
Yeah, let the man go and be about his day. But come on, man, they are tripping.
On a typical day here in Reno, there's not that many people on the sidewalk unless they're hanging around the casinos in downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going between the casinos and they're not out on the street for long.
Right.
Or there's an event, in which case they have the road closed off.
And not only that, you would want to think that the police officers, and other government officials that work here in Reno would want to not kind of harass and stop people for these little infractions and let them be about the day so that they enjoy their day and go to the casinos and spend money and want their families to join them and go out to dinner and do different things, but they're just going to scare everybody away. That's what's going to end up happening.
Nevada is a tourism state, really. And,
is it?
And
shit.
Kind of. I mean, we got two big areas that we have for tourism. We have Las Vegas and we have Reno. And Las Vegas is known mainly for its gambling and its tourism, and Reno is mostly known for its gambling and quick weddings or divorces. And I don't think
and tyrannical officers.
I don't think that's the case anymore with the weddings and divorces. I think it's again more for the gambling. But you know, we get people from the San Francisco Bay Area. We get people from Sacramento coming up and playing up here in Reno.
My city.
And we do a lot of tourism and hosting here in Reno, and we encourage people to come here. And as a matter of fact,
I hear sirens rolling outside.
Hot August nights and street vibrations and all that other good stuff. We invite these people in, but you know, if we pull people over and give them bullshit tickets for this kind of shit, they're gonna go. Because we got those bird scooters around here. If you know they pull people over on bird scooting on the sidewalk, they're gonna go, well, I'm never coming back to Reno again, especially if I have to come up here and deal with a ticket here in 3 months. You know,
I got my rights violated. I'm not going back to Reno. The officer told me to get back and move back and step back 50 feet. Like, you guys don't deteriorate the city. You know, that's people want to come to Reno and have fun. They want to, you know, have good memories of this place. Good memories, not bad memories. Let's not do that. Reno PD.
Make fun of police and especially the sheriff's department with Reno 911.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are already made fun of. You know, you don't have to keep up with the stereotypes there, folks.
Yeah.
Come on, do better.
You guys don't have to look like the show Reno 911. Come on, do better. Do better. You know, stop with all these unlawful directives and these supervisors out here, these watch commanders. Speaking of, shout out to Lieutenant Browett, who knew the 5 elements of the First Amendment, well, 4.5. And shout out to him, but he needs to be out here teaching.
You can catch that short on Sacramento's channel.
Yeah, check it out. But he needs to be out here training these other officers. You know, it's sad that the lieutenant knows it, but these other officers don't. Let's get on this training, folks. Start training these officers because they're not looking good. They're not. Every time, every chance they get, they're telling somebody to step back or move over there. Dude, absent of a crime, you can't ask me to do shit. Learn the laws out here, man. Learn the laws, or do your job and keep it pushing. Learn the laws.
I can't wait till the beginning of the year because I'm going to go ahead and ask for Officer Hoyt and Officer Sotela's training records again for all of 2024 and see how much time they spent with the pew over spending time learning the law.
Yeah, you know what's so funny? They still haven't contacted me about Hoyt. They haven't said anything about the CARES campus, Washoe County. They don't reply to emails. They hide, they run, they hide, they run, they hide, they run, they hide, and they run. That's what law enforcement does here in Reno.
I need to put in that records request for your documentation on the Hoyt arrest too and see if it's still under investigation because it's been over, 2 full years now?
Yep. They hide and they run. No transparency, no accountability. They hide and they run.
They must retake authority whenever contradicted. Yeah, no, see, that's the whole thing is when cops, thinking money, the thing is, yeah, they when you contradict them on law, they just get aggravated and insulted, and then they take it as an insult, and then they treat it as resisting a public officer, which is, if you take a look at the law, and we've covered it multiple times here, it's basically written as contempt of cop. And every time it was challenged as unconstitutional, there was basically some form of interference. And the 2 most recent times that we know of, Chile de Castro versus the state of,
shout out to Chile. What's up, bro?
the city of Las Vegas and the Chief England versus the city of Reno are the only 2 cases where they were not interfering with an investigation. Chile
not at all.
Chile got off scot-free after spending 45 days in jail or something, 45 to 60 days in jail.
I thought it was 4 months.
No, he was in there 45 days.
Oh,
No,
shit.
it went through faster because of the appeal. He had 2 90-day consecutive sentences.
Yeah, that's disgusting. That's
So
just
he had a total of 180 days sentenced in jail, and they basically said what he did was constitutional. Like I covered in my last live stream, it was deemed constitutional, and they basically had to let him go. And again, folks, if a judge says you should not be in jail, you should be let go. You should be let go out of that courtroom. You should not be taken back. You should not have to go through the whole debooking process. They should debook you and let you go right there, and they should go grab your stuff and bring it to you.
Yep.
And then
In the courtroom in front of everybody. There's no wait.
They should let you walk out that courtroom right out the front door.
See you later, type shit. Like,
and God forbid if it ever happens to me, I'm going to freaking tell them, you are not putting those cuffs back on me. You are not going to put me in a cell, and you are going to find me a nice cushy place to sit while you get your effing app together.
And speaking of, if you guys want to take a look at, we had a news broadcast for my first arrest. If you search on YouTube, it's called Man Files Lawsuit, Reno Man Files Lawsuit. Just look that up and you'll see me in our first broadcast with Christian Hoyt, Tyrant Christian Hoyt with the Reno PD. He unlawfully arrested me, took me to jail. Then the sergeant came out to the jail, picked me up, gave me a ride home, and unarrested me. So, like I said, they'll violate your rights. It's very important to record these people when you have interactions with them. Any encounter, even if you're not involved, record them, because you could be saving somebody else's life, 100%. So,
and folks, you do have the right to redress your your grievances with your government, and we ask that if you do so, you please do so responsibly.
No threats.
No threats. Do not threat or harass them. Please be civil. It's better to be a troll than it is to be than to be a nuker.
Don't be like them.
Don't be like them. Don't fall to their level, and don't do anything that would get you in legal trouble.
Right.
It's just the First Amendment can be a double-edged sword, folks. So please wield it responsibly. You don't want to cut yourself.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. I appreciate that, man.
What did he ask you to keep an eye out for?
No, he was saying he'll keep an eye out for anybody else walking across, and he'll move out the way for them.
Oh, a little too late for that now, officer. You should have been keeping an eye out for that in the first place.
Right. And look at the other officer hanging to the back.
All right, you guys want to roll back this way.
I think that was the end of that one as well. Yeah.
So that was the end of that. So that brings us to the end of our videos, folks. We're at about an hour and 40 minutes here on our live stream. So
we appreciate every one of y'all, man. Much love. If I can give you a kiss, I would.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Again, if you're catching this in the post, after our live streams, please feel free to leave a comment. Again, check the descriptions. The links to all of the Sacramento Community Watch channels are down in the links below to our whole network of auditors. Sacramento Community Watch, Chief England over here, me, Reno News Now, my sub channel, the ADHD Auditor. We also have Xander the Educator and the Cop Watch Task Force from our lieutenant. So
slide over to Cop Watch Task Force. That's our lieutenant's channel. We need y'all over there, and he needs subs. So
so
let's get it up.
I'm gonna try to take my watch commander duties a little bit more seriously and try to get more education out to us. So check out the ADHD channel as well, the ADHD Auditor channel. Because like I said, I'll probably be doing kind of more like stream of consciousness things and making, our little training videos and kind of maybe watching some videos while I'm making these things to kind of, make sure that fits and sticks, so, there might be some good content if you slide over there. So don't forget to, check us out. I'm going to be trying to use the heck out of this StreamYard because
it's kind of expensive. I'll be on with you too, brother, man.
So, and any auditors out there wish to get a hold of us and join in on any of our shenanigans, here on
please do. Love to bring you on.
I know Auditing Erie County was out there. If he wanted to jump into the live stream with us, he's more than welcome to. Anybody we give a wrench to out there, because we tend to wrench the well-known auditors who are out there. So, if you got a wrench, just, hey, let me jump in. I want to join too. We'll send you a link. So.
Hell yeah.
Just let us know in the chat next time you see us live. But, shout out to all the auditors. Feel free to, make sure you know your rights. Again, shout out to Attorney Shield. Definitely get that app on your phone, folks. But anything else you want to say, Chief, before we get out of here?
Yep. Learn your rights and exercise your rights.
Exactly. Especially that pesky little First Amendment that they don't like.
And always record the police.
Always. Well, folks, you have a wonderful night. And again, like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment and afterwards. Thank you.
Till the next time. Peace.
Peace.